execution, playing together as a team, playing good team football, offensively and defensively, collectively as a unit, special teams in all ways. But the time for panic is definitely, not now. I think need that be urgent, but they beat us today, and it should piss everyone off, and it does. And we, like I said, we got the right guys to, get a little bit of rest and come back hungry as ever.
Is it particularly frustrating when you're trying to play complementary football and defense struggles in the first half, and then it seemed that they turned it around a bit, but then the offense starts hitting some of its struggles?
I think just complementary football happens when all three phases play together. I only speak for the offense. I'll only speak for myself, but we just have to play better, and it really comes down to that, and we will. We will.
Christian, can you describe on that first interception, you went in motion like a lead blocker for Elijah. So were you really surprised at how that play developed and what happened in the aftermath?
I honestly, I was going to block, so I didn't see 100% what happened. But I'll look at the tape, and like I said, for every play there's a coaching point, and I don't like making huge diagnoses of anything really right after the game. You have to go off the tape, and you have to go off what you see, and sometimes your assumptions of what happened right after the game are right, and sometimes they're wrong. And like I said, each play there's a coaching point. We just have to take accountability and be urgent in fixing mistakes.
Christian, with 2 weeks until your next game, how do you guard against for the team against panic versus urgency?
I don't think you should ever panic. The way I see it, when I got traded here last year, we were 3-4, and I didn't sense an inch of panic. It was a team who was hungry to win, who knew they could win, and who did just that, and then just kept chopping wood, and that's really what it comes down to. Now we're 5-3, coming into a bye, and with the right guys. This is a tough league, and we got the right guys to get everything fixed.
Brock's been so good through 5 games. Barely made a mistake. Now the last 5 picks, I think, in the last 3 games. What do you see from him going forward?
Yeah, I think that I've said this from the jump, and most people might agree or might not, but the head coach, quarterback get way too much credit, way too much blame. You win as a team, you lose as a team. We're not in that game without Brock. There's obviously a couple plays he played really well, but each player has to be equally as hard on themselves as anyone else, and so that's what we're going to do, and get some rest and get back to it.
Christian, how is he after the game?
Fine, absolutely fine. He's a winner. He's a guy who doesn't blink through adversity, and we just have to, like I said, you win as a team and you lose as a team. But I keep saying it. We got the right guys.
Obviously, you talked a lot about during the week about how good it would feel to go into the bye with a win. But in a way, is it good to have that time to reflect and kind of try to work on some of the things you were talking about?
I think you can twist any narrative in the direction that you want, and I think perspective is everything. For me, I try not to look at anything as good or bad going into a bye, but just focus on recovering, getting your body back, getting your mind back, so that when we start back up next Monday, we're ready to go. We're rested and ready to fire on all cylinders.
Christian, I know you don't care about individual accolades, but you have 17 straight. How much of that is a team accomplishment as well?
Yeah, anytime you score, it's a team score. O-line out there blocking, receivers blocking, quarterback's got to get you the ball. So wins a team, loses a team, scores a team, all that.
That ties an NFL record too. That means something, doesn't it?